Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday? Wednesday. I was about to say Thursday. I'm all confused, man. That holiday being off on a Tuesday really messed me up. But anyway, good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday to you. And then the fact that I'm off today doesn't help either, right? So sorry I was on a few seconds late jumping on. My phone was acting like it didn't want to connect. But I'm connected and I'm here. So good morning. Welcome to this morning's episode of If You Woke Up, You're Winning. I hope everybody's excited that they woke up this morning. I hope you had an awesome and amazing holiday yesterday. For those of you that got a chance to celebrate that. Even if you didn't celebrate the holiday, I hope you had an awesome day yesterday, okay? So look, my name is Pinique Singleton from connectwithpinique.com. And let's get this thing started this morning, all right? I know you guys are headed to work. I just happen to be off again today. But anyway, all right, guys. So this week, we've been talking about, the last couple of days, we've been talking about figuring out, what your vision is, right? What is your purpose? What do you want to do in life? We've been talking about that. Yesterday we talked about one way to help you figure out what you want to do is to take a look at, things that you're good at, because a lot of people overlook that. They think if this is something I like to do or this is something I'm naturally good at, typically they don't see it as a career move or as a business opportunity or anything of that nature. So yesterday I encouraged you to take a look at the things that you're good at, some things that may come naturally to you. But then once you do that, and let's say you do get an idea, let's just say you do get a vision, right? Then what? Like, what do you do after that? Okay, you got this idea, you figured that part out. Now what, right? This is when the hard part kind of begins for some people, and that's, you got to make it happen. That's the next step. You got to make this thing happen. You came up with an idea. You sat down and looked at all different factors and figured something out that you want to accomplish. So now you got to make it happen. So if you're really going to be successful, though, in making it happen, there's a few things there's a few key factors here, right? And so I want to make sure that we're all on the same page as far as these key factors. And the first factor, ladies and gentlemen, is commitment. You have to be committed. And see, this is where a couple people, that I've known fall off because they weren't fully committed to the idea, right? But you have to be committed to the vision, for one, and what it is that you want to accomplish. You have to be committed to the process, how you're going to get there. And you have to be committed to the outcome, which is, the end result, your final goal. And so as far as being committed to the vision, your why should help you with this, right? Because, you're thinking, why does this have to happen? Why do I have to make this vision come to pass? So that should help you stay committed to the vision. Now, as far as the process, this is where it gets a little tricky for some people. You got to stay committed to the process. But in order to stay committed to the process, you have to have patience, ladies and gentlemen. Because sometimes this thing is going to take a little bit longer than you expected. Sometimes it's going to take a little bit longer than you thought. Sometimes it's not going to be as easy as you thought. But you have to stay committed to the process, right? Because if you don't stay committed to the process, you're going to fall off and you're not going to get to the end result, right? So you really have to have patience in this area, okay? Because things aren't always going to go as fast as you think they're going to go, or that you think they should go. And then you have to be committed to the outcome, because you have to make sure that you want to see this thing through to the end. Now, I know some of you guys may be confused right now. You might be like, well, wait a minute. I've heard you say before that you need to divorce the outcome and marry the process. But now you're saying be committed to the outcome. I don't get it. So let me explain that real quick. You do have to marry the process because you have to fall in love with the process of doing it. If you put too much emphasis on the outcome, you're going to want to be tempted to take shortcuts, right? You're going to be wanting to do different things just to try to get to the outcome if you're so focused on the outcome, right? So you do have to marry the process and fall in love with the process of getting there, right? Because a lot of times when you try to take these shortcuts, they end up setting you back rather than propelling you forward, right? So you want to be committed to the process, but you also want to be committed to the outcome because you just want to make sure you're committed to seeing it through. You want to make sure you're not going to stop until you reach your goal. So that's what I mean by that. So that was commitment. The next thing is consistency, guys. Now, this is a big one for a lot of people that people just don't seem to get. Right? Because it's hard. I understand. Life happens. It's hard to be consistent. I get it. But the people that are successful versus the people that are not successful, I promise you, they're consistent. They're not just saying, well, I'm going to do something this week and then maybe 2 weeks from now. I mean, they're consistent in their process that they're committed to every single day. Right? And so here's my thing. This is the part that I don't understand. Now, most people, they don't want to call out for work, right? Well, they may want to, but most people don't. They do whatever they can to get there. Why? They're either worried about, oh, I don't want to get fired. I don't want my boss to say anything. I don't want to have to use my vacation time for missing this day. So most people will try whatever they can to get to work, right? Every single day. But when it comes to our own goals, when it comes to our own dreams, we will call out in a heartbeat, right? So what do I mean by that? We get home from work and we say, oh, I don't feel like working the business. I had a long day. I'm tired. I'm not going to do nothing today. Right? Are y'all with me? Y'all know people like this? Maybe you've done it before. I've done it before. When I first started, I've done it before. So we're so quick to just say, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to relax. Or your friend calls you and says, hey, man, let's go hang out. Let's go to dinner or whatever. Let's go watch the game. You're like, yeah, cool. Let's go. But if somebody asked you to hang out during work hours, you wouldn't say, let's go. You'd be like, nah, I got to work today, man. If you were just woke up and you were tired, you'd be like, oh, I'm tired, but oh, well, let me get myself together and go to work. So you go to work even when you don't feel like it. Because most people, let's be honest, most people don't feel like going to work every day. You wake up and you're like, oh, I got to go to work. Especially if you're not doing something that you're truly passionate about. But you go anyway. So my question is, why are you faithfully showing up to build that company's dream, to build that CEO's dream? But when it comes to your own dream, you don't show up. You call out. You're not there. I would think you would be more committed and more focused on building your own dream and your own goal and making your own things happen, because that's, for you, that's for your family. This is something you're passionate about, right? Supposedly. So why don't we show up? Consistency is about doing it even when you don't feel like it. I mean, this morning I'm off work. I could have easily been like, oh, I'm going to sleep in. If you woke up, you're winning. What? No, I'm not waking up right now. But who does that, right? You got to be consistent. This is what we do in the mornings. Of course I'm going to show up every single day, right? Monday through Friday, of course. Yeah, because that's the schedule. So when you set a schedule for something, when you set goals for something, be consistent and show up every single day. Show up for you. We show up. Again, let me just say this one more time, because I don't think somebody caught this. I think somebody missed it. We show up for our jobs consistently. We are there, present and accounted for every single day. We don't want to call out. But when it comes to our own dreams and goals, a lot of times we don't show up. We're quick to be like, psh, yeah, right, I'll do that later. I don't feel like it. So you got to be consistent, all right? And then the next thing is persistence. This is the last thing, and then I'm going to let y'all go, right? You got to be persistent, right? Meaning when something happens that doesn't quite go to... Wait a minute. What was I going to say? That didn't work, did it? Let me start over. When something happens that doesn't go according to plan, you keep going, right? You keep going. You got to be persistent about it. It may not work the first time. You try again. It may not work the second time. You try again. The other night I was trying to put this email together. I was having a sale on my detox tea, and I was putting an email blast together for the 4th of July sale. So I'm in my autoresponder. I'm typing up this message. I'm feeling good about it. And I lost the message, guys. Even though I kept saving it, I still to this day don't know what happened. I lost the message. Now it's already like 9 something at night. So I'm already discouraged. I'm frustrated. I'm just like, I'm not going to do it. But you got to be persistent. So it didn't work at first. I had a setback, but I got myself together and I did it again. And I even had some problems when I was redoing the email. Even though I had most of the content already, I had some problems, but what? I was persistent. I kept going. I said, no, I'm going to make this work. I don't care if this email goes out at 11 o'clock. It's going out, right? Because I was committed to getting it out, right? So, and I was persistent I was persistent because when it didn't work, I kept going. So that's what you guys got to do, guys. You got to be persistent. Don't let little failures knock you down. Remember, failure isn't when, something just doesn't work. Failure isn't, you don't fail when something doesn't work. You don't fail when you fall down. You fail when you refuse to get back up. When you refuse to try again, that's when you fail. I don't care what happens. Remember the other day we talked about Formula 409, the cleaning product. It's called 409. Why? Because he had to try 409 times before he got it right. So failure isn't about quitting after the first time, second time, third time, the 100th time. You don't fail until you stop trying. All right. So you got to be persistent with your goals. You got to keep going no matter what, because there will be problems, especially when things start going well. You think you're on a roll, something's going to happen. And I'm not speaking this on you. I'm not speaking anything bad, but I just want you to be prepared. Something will happen. But since you're going to be persistent, you're going to keep trying even when something happens. That's all I'm saying. All right. So look, I'm going to get out of here today. Sorry about that. I hope you guys enjoyed this message. I hope you got something from this message. Maybe this will help encourage you to keep going. Maybe to help you to think about your consistency with your own dreams versus, with your job. Not encouraging anybody to call out from work. But what I'm saying is that same commitment that you have to your job, the same consistency, to which you go in there every day is the same commitment and consistency you should have towards your own goals and your own dreams, right? Probably even more towards your own dreams is what I would say. Anyway, guys, look, I'm going to get out of here. Again, I hope this message helped somebody. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and share so other people can benefit from this information. Thank you guys for hanging out this morning. Quick shout outs. Good morning to Samuel, Deshay, Leroy, Paquita, Rebecca, Michelle. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me on this Wednesday morning. And I hope you just make this an amazing day. But first, you got to get off of Facebook, right? So you can get out there and be great on purpose today. I believe in you. I know you can do it. You just have to believe in yourself and make the choice to be great. So everybody choose greatness on this Wednesday and go out there and just kill it. Kill all your goals. All right? I'll see you guys first thing tomorrow morning. Same time, 6:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all have a great day.